How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Wave Break with us tonight, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
Hey, I'm Kelly, and I sing and play rhythm guitar.
I'm Tom. I play bass.
And I'm Victoria, and I play the drums.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys for coming on. I've had the pleasure of seeing you multiple times since I've been doing this. Fortunate enough to see you guys play live, and thank you for coming on. You also have a new song coming out soon. I don't know what the date is, but I'll throw it up on screen here so you guys can check it out if it's not out by now. But I'm very excited. I wanted to know, in terms of the origin story of the band, how did you guys kind of form? I did see that you've been making music since 2017, so it's been quite a bit. So, how did we get to this point we're at now?
This is a long story.
That's fine. Take all the time you want.
The short version is basically, I used to live in Boston. The band started while I was in Boston with a different lineup, and then I moved back home, and then several lineup changes later, we are here.
That's very cool. And so the stuff that was written in 2017, 2018, that was all the stuff that was in Boston. Am I correct on that, Kelly?
Yeah, that was all the Boston. Yep.
And then when did did you obviously, I know you moved back, so in terms of finding, both Tom and Victoria, how did that kind of come to be? How did you wind up interacting with them? Were they people that you had already known in the scene here in Jersey, or how did it kind of come to be in that sense?
I kind of found both of them the same way. First, I found Tom a couple of years ago because it was right around the time the Puzzle Pieces EP was rolling out, and okay. I was solo at the time, and it was kind of right as things were opening back up after COVID. So I was looking to play shows, and I needed to find new bandmates. So I was posting on Facebook looking for bandmates, and then Tom was a friend of mine on my friends list on Facebook, and he responded, and here we are over 2 years later.
Yeah, and then, we have a handful of mutual friends. One being Sierra from What Sails Ahead, and exactly, and Sierra would always share every time that Kelly posted a new status on Facebook looking for new members. I was playing in another band at the time, but I was playing guitar in that band, and obviously I'm playing bass in this one.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought, well, I don't really have the time to do it right now, so it was months of seeing these posts.
Oh, man.
At one point, my schedule kind of opened up enough, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out and play bass in this band.
Very sick.
So, yeah, and then recently we found Victoria because we had a different drummer for the last couple of years, up to a few months ago. Mm-hmm. And he left, and then basically the same way, I started posting on Facebook that we were looking for a new drummer, and literally after the very first post of looking for a drummer, we found Victoria. And Victoria
never happens. Yeah, never happens that way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird because everyone says drummers are impossible to find because they're in all in 50 bands.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I mean, that's not wrong though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not wrong. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Because we found you instantly, and then yet we still can't find a lead guitarist.
Oh my God. And Victoria, were you in prior projects before this, or how did you kind of?
I have another band too that I'm playing with right now. I also play with a different singer-songwriter in the city every so often, but I'm not sure how we became friends on Facebook or why, but we are. I have your post, and I was like, well, you know what? This is a different genre than what I'm playing in right now, and it's something I like to do. So, why not?
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Well, obviously, glad that worked out. I know for the current time right now, I'll give a shout out to Chris. I know he doesn't want me to mention him, but I'll give him a shout because I love Chris. So shout outs to Chris as well.
I'm not cutting for real.
But he had to say his favorite catch line, bet. So shout outs to, if you watch this whole thing, put bet in the comments, so I know attendance score here. No, that's really cool, and like I think I probably have seen a majority of the iterations that you've been a part of, Kelly, in terms of wave break. I used to live in Jersey, and now I don't. I live further out in Pennsylvania now, but I would go to like a ton of like local shows, like Asbury shows. Like, I think we met up at like the at Salty's not too long ago, a couple months ago, and like so it's cool to see that that scene is doing well and still doing crushing it because it's a little bit more of a hike for me now. But and anytime there's a big show, I try to go out and go support. But yeah, I love that like Asbury Park, New Jersey scene. They're crushing it. So big salutes to them. In terms of people that maybe haven't heard of Wave Break and this might be like their first introduction to your band, what song would you recommend to a new listener to check out first to kind of give them an idea of what you're going for, your sound, and all that jazz?
Spark, definitely has to be the last single that we just put out. Spark. It might not be the end all be all sound that we're going for, but it kind of encapsulates all of our individual talents that we can kind of put towards a song together.
And is a fantastic lead in to what's going to drop at the end.
What a segue, Tom.
Yeah, so as you know, we have a new single coming out. It's coming out the 24th of January, so just less than 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Over a week. Yeah.
Over a week. Yeah.
So we've been putting out a lot of social media posts about that and just trying to get everyone in the pre-save game. The single is called Call Me Cynical.
Yes.
It's essentially just kind of about how people just suck in general.
True.
In like the general public, not so much like our friends or family or whatnot.
Sure.
But we have a music video coming out along with it, and it's a very comical take on just me and Victoria bullying Kelly, essentially.
So basically, to go a little bit more in detail what the song's about, it's kind of more specifically like inspired by like humanity as a whole and how like it's become obvious after COVID. Like there's so many people out there that just don't care about the people around them. Like so many people don't want to get vaccinated. So many people don't want to wear masks and stuff like that. So like it was more specifically inspired by that, but it can apply to a whole lot of different aspects of like when people suck. So when we were trying to come up with an idea for the music video, we were like, let's take this like in a more comical direction and kind of just have fun with it and just have the whole thing and all the promo be around like them just being assholes and bad men. So that's kind of where all of the skits we've been posting on social media have come from, because it's kind of like leading into the content of the music video in the same kind of timeline too. So
I do have to say the clips are fantastic. I went through and watched all of them before we hopped on, and I listened to obviously a lot of your music, and I was like, this is great. Like this is like I do internally I like feel guilty for Kelly, even though I know it's like a bit. I'm just like me internally. I'm like, oh God, I can't see this. This hurts me. You know, like I'm feeling the pain in my chest. You know, like I'm like this isn't good. Now I know it's a joke. Now I know it's a joke. So it's makes it a little bit better.
Sensation.
Yeah, exactly. I think it just makes it more convincing. You know, like I think it makes the what I got out of it was just I think it makes the argument a little bit more real, right? Like I think it's like obviously you have people that are like characterized versions of that and you're like, oh man, that sucks, like that. And to have a song that like derives as sort of catharticness of feeling like, yeah, this sucks, like you suck, you're terrible, you know, like. So I imagine like I'm curious to see what will be coming out after this, because I'm curious if whether or not like the emotions will carry on through like the new music you have. I did go and listen to the songs I listened to was Spark, Manic Dreams, Stop the Car, and then I went back and listened to some like old stuff, Placer City and Deadlock were like the other ones that I kind of went through. I kind of just like wanted to kind of skip around, but also, you know, really kind of delve into your whole catalog. And it's cool to see kind of the iteration of how much you guys have grown over the years and like how much the sound has kind of like simultaneously changed, but also like evolved in like the way that like the music is produced. And I think like especially within Spark, I felt like there was like a lot of great like hooks. There were some really great melodies. I think like the production was definitely like something to be stand out for as well too. So shout outs to your producer. Um, but I think I'm very curious. I didn't listen to Call Me Cynical yet. I wanted to do a reaction video, so I will be recording that, and that will be out before this comes out, I imagine. So go check that out. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to watch that. And I also know Chris Kunchak did the video, so shout outs to the man Chris. Love Chris. Miss you, man. But yeah, it's crazy. How was it working with Chris? I feel like have you done music videos with Chris before this, or is this the first one?
Yeah, I know Chris was in the Chemical Burn video years ago. We shot that during COVID. He filled in on lead guitar, and now he's filling in on lead guitar at shows. So, and
he's talking about Kumachuk.
Yeah.
See, there's like 12 people.
There is a lot of Chris's. I know. Yeah. Chris K.
Funny enough, our old lead guitarist also named Chris.
Too many Chris's. Yeah. I should have read the room a little bit. Yeah.
The ones in the room.
No.
So.
The actual room. Yeah. Not that Chris. I love that Chris too.
Kumachuk is a wonderful human to work with. I've known him for a very long time, since his current band, American Stereo.
Yeah.
He's been called the High School Superstars.
Oh yeah.
And so I've been in that friend group for years. He's just an absolute gem of a human being. He's very easy to work with, and the product he puts out is great. I have no shortage of nice things to say about him.
He's so easy to work with, and every single time he delivers a stellar product. So like it's a no-brainer to work with him. So,
and he's funny.
Yeah. He is really funny. Yeah.
Funny.
And like, not for nothing too. Like, he's getting hired for all these bigger band projects, and he still somehow has time to work with the little guys.
I mean, hey, I think he's always going to make time for that. So I love that. Big shout outs to him. In terms of obviously, I know you guys have been like teasing it as of right now. It'll probably be out by the time this comes out, of course. But like in terms of the storyline and making it like seem like this whole like, you know, a bit essentially, who is kind of the mastermind behind coming up with this like idea of both Tom and Victoria being like the assholes to Kelly? Like, what was kind of... Oh, so that was your idea, Kelly. Okay.
That was my idea, but then we kind of all brainstormed and coming up with all the little individual bits for all the videos and the music video and stuff. So
very cool. Well, I'm excited for all of y'all to check it out. Go show it some love, and also just check the links below. Go give them a follow on Spotify. Do all that stuff. I know you will. So go check them out. But the next question I have for you guys is, what were kind of the first artist or like group that you saw and you were just like, I want to be a musician? Like, they were the ones that kind of ignited that no pun intended spark of wanting you to, you know, become a musician.
So for me, it happened before I started going to shows, because I talk about it all the time on Twitter. But for me, it was when I was like 9 years old and Avril Lavigne was the biggest thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
In the world. So like, I don't know. I just could relate to her. I saw a bit of myself in her, because like she was like the one pop star that was like a tomboy, and I was a tomboy, and it was like, I could do this because she's like me. So like now I want to be a singer. So then eventually down the road, I started doing more and more of it. So
you want to go next?
Sure, Tom. I could do that. So like, I have a bit of a weirder music. Like, I started playing the drums when I was 4. My dad's a guitar player.
Very sick.
To play the drums, I was so young, and like my parents found somebody insane enough to teach a 4-year-old. So I have actually always been, yeah, but actually, so like I've pretty much always been playing, and I was the 8-year-old with the Lamb of God CD.
Hell yeah, let's go. I love that. That's the type of energy we love around here, you know?
Yeah.
As a kid, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Growing up, like I played baseball, I was into video games, and just but something that was constant was my parents always played music around me.
Mm-hmm.
And once I hit like 13, 14, I heard Bad Motorfinger by Soundgarden for the first time. And Chris Cornell and Soundgarden as a whole, Audioslave as a whole, was the end-all, be-all reason for why I became a musician. Chris's vocal style alone is unmatchable. And just the songwriting is beyond what a lot of other people can do today. And now, even though like a lot of it was relatively like quote unquote simple writing, it just hit in a way where I was like, yeah, no, I think I want to do this.
Yeah.
And,
well, emotional impact's the most important part.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. It's what makes you remember it, you know?
I heard Chris Cornell as a teenager, and I was like, yep, nope, I want to be doing that.
Very sick. I like all of your diverse backgrounds. Like, I feel like to me, it speaks to like the character of your band. So I always love asking that sort of question. And you know, obviously, I like to hear about people's like musical history. So it's always works out. But keeping it more current, guys, what are you currently listening to? What's on your Spotify? What have you guys been jamming to recently?
I can't stop listening to Sleep Token. It's so bad. I am probably over the last 4 or 5 months only exclusively listened to this one record. It's
the new one,
not good.
The new one, Victoria, or
that's like I can't stop.
Yeah, take me back to. It's a great record.
I can't stop. Help! Please help.
I guess a handful of things I've been listening to as I have my Spotify open
nice.
right now.
We love to see it.
Glimmers, Sleep Token.
Yep.
The homies in With Sales Ahead, Pulses.
Yeah.
Specifically, there's a band from Boston called Driveways that I've been really happy on for the past couple years.
Shout out to the boys.
Exactly. And then just lately in the past month, I've been listening to like a lot of like indie folk stuff. So like Noah Khan, for example, has been heavily on rotation lately.
For me, it's a little bit of a mixture of stuff like Spirit Box. Obviously, they're like a newer favorite of mine. Rivals, also Glimmers. I'm loving Charlotte Sands and Taylor Acorn right now.
Nice,
They definitely give me the OG Avril vibe, so I love them. But yeah, it's kind of I guess leaning more towards the pop rock kind of stuff right now, but like still like kind of like a mixture of stuff.
Yeah, no. Shout outs to all those bands. I love all of those groups, so really sick. I feel like everyone is on the Sleep Token wave. I feel like for me, I still love their first album, Sundowning.
Sundowning's
like listen.
I think that's one. I'm listening, Victoria. Tell me what's good.
No, Sundowning's phenomenal. I give you that entirely. And like, not gonna lie, I did shed a tear when Euclid played at the end of Take Me Back to Eden.
Ooh.
And it just wrapped up that trilogy of albums.
So good.
Yeah.
So
I will say, I don't know if you guys have had the chance to see them live yet.
I have.
I want to go in the spring so bad.
So good. Shout outs. They're phenomenal. Great live band.
Philly. I saw them in Philly on their last tour.
Yeah, I was also at we didn't even run into each other. That's crazy. There was a lot of people, to be fair. So, yeah.
Oh my God.
I probably had saw you, Tom, and didn't even like. I was just like, oh, I'll see Tom later. You know, that was it.
Man with a beard.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I didn't think if I knew it was Tom, I would have just been like, I'll probably see him later. But like, I don't think I saw my friends maybe like one time, and then they all dissipated. They all went. So like, I feel like that's the vibe. But yeah, shout outs to Sleep Token. They're crushing it right now.
I pretty much just hung out by the I hung out behind the FOH setup.
Yeah, I was like right there too. So we must have been right next to each other, parked right next to each other. I was by like closer to the bathrooms in Union Transfer, like over on that side. So, but yeah, great show. Shout outs to Sleep Token. You know, if you want to take Wave Breakout, I mean that'd be kind of lit. You know, I'd be about it. You know, just trying to shout outs to the homies. You know, so let's rock. But the next question I have for you guys is, I know you did release a cover of Running Up the Hill, but if there was another cover you guys could add to your arsenal, what's a song you'd like to cover?
Oddly enough, I was in CVS the other day, and I was waiting online, and then the song "Bad Habits" by Ed Sheeran came on, and I was like, you know what? I'm not really an Ed Sheeran fan, but like this song could work as like an alt cover.
Yeah.
We're always fantastic.
I mean, someone's probably already done it, but like it could work. So
yeah, Bring Me the Horizon did it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
I had this swimming in the back of my mind like a handful of months ago, but I think we could probably nail a really cool cover of Can't Be Saved by Census Fail.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know what to choose. Because, like, do we be funny or do we do the smart Tom choice? We have the options.
We can do both. Put one of each.
So Limp Bizkit.
Yes. Break stuff.
My mind went straight to dad vibes.
It is all about the he said, she said
bullshit. Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe I let Tom do that, but I'm gonna let him do it. I'm gonna let him cook.
Viral sensation.
I think it would be an interesting sight to see Kelly pull this off. I think you are trying to stress Kelly, which I respect tremendously. But I feel like it's good. I would love to see that be pulled off live. If Kelly could pull it off live, I'm gonna be like, I'll do the standing ovation. You know, I'll hit her with the big ovation. You know,
got my work cut out. For
yeah,
me
I'll
then.
just be like, they did it. Salutes. You know. Yeah, that would be interesting. I think if I had to put my metaphorical token in the pie, I think I would do Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. I feel like that one would be I think that would be interesting enough. I don't think like I would just be more curious to see how you guys would interpret it. And also well, that I mean obviously I know that, but I mean like just collectively how you guys would interpret it, as well as Kelly being able to pull off some of the rapping and all that stuff. I think that would be very interesting. So if you guys agree with me, let me know in the comments down below or give us a suggestion. I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. Be within reason. Don't be nuts. I mean, if you want to be nuts, you can do that. I mean, hey, whatever. It's your life. You know, you comment what you want, but
try telling people what to do on the internet.
I know. I'm crazy. But the next question I have for you guys is, what is your favorite food to eat? What's your go-to?
For me, it's hands down sushi. I love sushi.
Yeah, that's always a solid choice.
Sushi or pizza.
Yeah.
Sushi or pizza.
Okay, rad.
Second for me would have to be pasta.
Just
pasta? Just
girl, pasta, all pasta.
Pasta is a very encompassing.
I don't discriminate. All pasta, white sauce, red sauce, like all of it. All pasta shapes.
All pasta matters.
Can you guys just make a shirt that says all pasta matters and it just has like wave break on the front and then just like on the back there's just a bunch of like pasta shapes? I feel like that'd be kind of lit.
I'm gonna work on that for the internet.
Listen, hey man, I'm cooking right now, so I think that's good. You know, if not, I'll do it.
Kelly's got pasta.
Kelly's got pasta. Yeah, exactly. That's what your next song will be. Kelly's got pasta. You know, it'd be like like a homage to like 4 Years Strong. You know, they make up like these really ridiculous song names. I feel like there's gotta be the one.
In 3 is what you're saying.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
In the kitchen.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
That's a couple of iPhones. And that's it.
No, we gotta get like the GoPro on the helmet. Yeah.
We gotta get Chris Kumachuk in on this.
Yeah. You should just have a 360 camera in the kitchen as you guys are all making pasta collectively. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. Guys, Chris, you're welcome. Record in advance. I think that would be sick. Don't take my word for it. But the next question I have for you guys is obviously, Kelly, being being a female band, I'm sure you guys get this a lot about you guys sounding like Paramore. So I feel like I always ask this question because I'm curious how people kind of, I am not a woman. I don't know what it's like, but I always am curious and I always love to get people's perspective on this. So do you find this as like, do you find this as an insult or I'm curious what your stance is on it? Cause I feel like everybody's kind of got a different vibe about it.
So I personally, everyone's different. Some bands that like literally do not sound anything like Paramore probably might take it a little bit. Yeah. But like Paramore is one of my influences. So like we do in some ways on some songs probably sound a little bit like Paramore. So I don't take it as an insult. If someone hears those similarities, I'm not gonna, fault them for that.
Sure.
But the thing is when it just gets a little tiring because like when everybody says you sound like Paramore and then they're just missing all the other influences that go into your music, then it just kind of makes it feel like people just see you as a copy and like they think you're just exactly the same. And it just gets a little tiring because there are other influences that go into our sound because Tom and Victoria both bring in a whole bunch of other influences and sounds to the mix, and not to mention that I have other influences other than Paramore. So it would just be nice to have people mention some of the other influences more often, but I don't necessarily take it as an insult. So
sure. No, and I'll also ask the same thing to you as well, Victoria, because I think it's like, for me, like I feel like it depends on obviously what type of like genre you're playing in. I mean, I feel like if you're doing like metal and someone says, "Hey, you sound like Paramore," I'm like, that isn't it, Chief, but like, like that's not flying. But I feel like there's maybe a little bit more gray area when you're doing like alternative or you're doing like a pop punk type thing or like in that space, because I think because they were such a, and still are, such a big influence on a lot of artists within that space, I think it's easy for people to kind of just like paint it with broad brushstrokes. Do you happen to have a take on it as well, Victoria, or?
Well, yeah, and like a lot of what Kelly said, but we also live in a society where we made Google a verb. So we like make one big thing and then continue the same, you know what I mean? So like that's just easy big band to constantly throw at people, especially within genre. It's really
and yeah, I mean beyond that too, it's like most of the time when I hear people that like suggest that or say that a band sounds like Paramore, it's normally someone that's not necessarily in a band themselves. Yeah. It's someone from the outside looking in.
But it's also funny too, because like Paramore themselves have also had so many iterations. Like each album sounds sonically so different. So to also just create that blanket,
just like
yeah.
But also Tom is now outnumbered, so we're not playing Paramore.
Let's go. I'm sorry, Tom. No, I think it.
Girl Scouts.
Go ahead. No,
because you're taller and older.
I didn't bring age into this, but all right.
Man, Tom's getting. Are you sure you're not the one that's like getting like offended? You know, in the music video, is I just want to like put that out there.
If you let me rant, I will rant.
No, I
yeah, there it is.
I think for me, it's like I understand, like, especially if you're not part of the scene and like that might be your only familiarity to that, like. I feel like I don't feel like people mean it sometimes in a more offensive way, but like, I think people also don't take into consideration like the type of stigma that brings about when you're just like, oh, well, you sound like this, insert group here, you know what I mean? And I think it's just important to just say like, oh, Kelly had a great performance, or like Tom crushed it, or like Victoria sounded awesome. Like, I think it's just, I think it, to me, I think it's more or less like trying to like kind of put it in the sense of like, oh, well, I only know this group, so I'm only going to make a comment and refer to this group in regards to your music. Like, and that's can be taken at any different phase value, but I would just expect, especially I would hope for my fan base, that like people will be able to be like, Kelly crushed it, or like Tom ripped it tonight, like, or like Victoria was like fantastic, on point tonight. Like, I think to me it's like I would rather have someone like jump from the point of like appreciate the musicians that are like there, and not trying to like kind of put it in a scope of like, oh, well, you sound great because you sound like this band. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
Right.
and like context matters too, because like we just said, like if someone's like saying that we remind them of Paramore and that's why they love us so much, and like, cool, that's awesome. I'm glad we remind you of one of your favorite bands. But also we've had people dismiss us because they think that we're Paramore. So like if you think like, oh, like they're just like another Paramore wannabe band, like that's when it becomes a little bit, a little bit of an insult.
I mean, Glimmers just put out that single not too long ago, literally, just about this whole conversation that we're having.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So shout out to Glimmers
too. Like, they killed it tonight. They did, like there's also the difference of like the person in the room versus the keyboard internet warrior, and people are like, people are so much more willing to just shoot comparisons and do all of that easy stuff online because it's easy, and that's what everybody's doing in the world of 2024.
Yep.
I can't believe it's 2024 either, Victoria. So you had me thinking, the gears were working. But no, I think it's appreciating the musicians that you see live and being able to do that. And like, even if you are like about the type of comment, I feel like you should just kind of put it in the perspective of like really think about it. I always implore everybody I talk to doing this is like, really think about what you're trying to tell other people about this band. Like, I think, again, Kelly pointed it out, like, context is important. I think if you're able to like put it in a way that like is very like endearing to a band, like, I think that's gonna mean way more than just being like, oh my god, copycat Paramore, I can't believe it, like, this is wild, how many other bands do we need like this? Like, I think it's the approach on how you want to view it and how you say things versus like being like the first thought that comes out of your brain, out of your mouth, onto the keyboard to the computer, so be conscious, guys. Cool. Well, we're gonna move it on to lighter topics, because that one I know is a heavy boy. But the next question I have for you guys is, if you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Ooh.
We lost Tom.
Kid.
So to be fair, I grew up pretty much almost exclusively playing Pokemon and Super Mario games. So
Same.
I don't know anyone in those games that I would choose to be.
No, I'd definitely be a Pokemon trainer. Come on now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Pokemon trainer, but
Drop me in the Johto region.
Tom knows what's good. I got you. Yeah. Same.
I might have to pick like Misty or something. I don't know, like some random trainer from the games in the show.
That's a good pick. I like that.
But
I'm serious. I was the music kid.
What's a Mario?
Just one.
I feel like Victoria should be a trombone champ. If Tom might know what I'm talking about, should be.
Listen, somebody has to be funny.
You're crushing it. Yeah.
Well, any of the random characters from like fucking Rock Band or something.
Yes, the like silhouette human being in the background. That's great.
You tell me a name of one of those characters, and we'll use it as an actual answer.
Oh, I need
Musician.
Yeah. I can show a picture of one of them.
Oh my God! You just have to throw up a picture of crippling debt. That's what it is, you know. Yeah. Hey. No, that's not good. That's not a good joke.
Tom, real choice.
No, I said it. Drop me into.
Oh, okay.
Drop me into the JoJo region.
I thought you were just, you know.
I mean, not a specific character, but I will be a Pokemon trainer.
Okay. Yes.
I just wrapped up the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet. So Pokemon on the screen. Not to say that Scarlet and Violet are good games.
I enjoyed playing.
Okay,
that's fair. That's fair. I got you.
The fun factor is there. The fun factor is there. Is it a well-made game? No.
It's fun because it is broken. That's why.
Half the map shouldn't just glitch out every 5 seconds.
Hey, listen, that's all part of the fun, Tom. You know.
There were a few times.
I know. Yeah.
Much, but there were a few times where like one of like the random like NPCs would literally just walk right through me.
It's part of the experience. It's just part of the experience.
Or that beautiful 5 frames per second.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. If you know, let us know in the comments, guys. Also, if you know the like insert Rock Band character name thing, whatever, let us know. Because I don't fucking know if they have names. Do they have names? I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost. Let me know. But the next question I have for you guys.
Josh.
Oh my God.
Josh is a big one on Twitter right now, isn't it?
No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Anyway, the next question I have for you guys is, if you were to compile a Dream Tour lineup, including Wave Break, who would be on this Dream Tour lineup?
It'd probably never happen.
You don't
Jimmy,
know.
Avril Lavigne, Foo Fighters would probably tour with Jimmy World.
Oh, yeah.
And then Rivals or like Honey Revenge or something like that.
Ooh, okay.
I love how you just went for big legacy bands.
You said like, tour, so anything you want.
Yeah.
No band is off the table.
That's true. Yeah.
What would I put us? I mean, we could go because like it's something that like fits so many different of these emo kid subgenres. So like we could hot mulligan easy. We could the home team it easy. It hits so many different.
Like literally anything.
Your question's too hard.
I'm sorry. I don't make the rules, Victoria.
The home team's definitely got to be on that lineup, though. I've been listening to them pretty heavy. Shout out to the home team and their new single "Loud." Driveways has been stuck on them for forever. October forever. This is going to be a fun one. Incubus.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Cooking.
Incubus and pre-douchebag Billy Corgan Smashing Pumpkins.
Specific.
We've lost them, guys.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I love that. Victoria?
Not Smashing Pumpkins is looking for a new lead guitarist.
You should go, yeah. That would age so well after you said.
Bad for Kelly.
That's the bane of my existence. I'm crisis.
Oh no. I feel like that would age so well, Tom, after you just said pre-douchebag era, I'm sure he would really love to hear that,
Yes, of course.
Of course, yeah.
When he pisses you off enough, then you can come right back.
Right.
Yeah.
After I make my
after you make your bags. Yeah, I got you.
Right back into wave break.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Kelly's like, I support you only if it benefits me.
That's fair.
Is this a we or a me?
It's a team effort,
Exactly.
I got you. Victoria, what about yours?
I mean, we can just do fun stuff. Let's go play with Blink 182. Fuck it.
Ooh.
So many other, again, we could do any of these and it would be fun. Good music is good music. Good people are good people.
Yep.
If you had to pick out a lineup.
Do any of these. Happily.
I feel like Victoria is just I feel like she's the type of person that wrote an essay, but added 20 adjectives to the word that she actually wanted to talk about, just because she's trying to meet a certain word quota, So I think she's just trying to she's trying to give me the runaround, and I'm not feeling that, I'm not vibing, I ain't gonna let that shit stand, Victoria, I have a job to do, and this is my job, okay?
And Tom's new job is going to be to go play with the Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay.
I'll cherub rock my heart out.
There you go. Well, we're gonna insert Victoria's answers. She's definitely Blink-182. The Wiggles.
That's perfect. That's amazing. Let's throw it back.
Nickelback.
Listen,
Creed. Let's go.
Nickelback is a good band.
I love Nickelback. I have no qualms about Nickelback. So I know they get shit on, but I love Nickelback. So come fight me in the comments for sure. But I love Nickelback, so.
Listen, you just need the graph with the photograph, and then you get real famous.
I'm gonna screenshot Tom doing that, and then I'm gonna put a tiny photograph of Tom in the. Yeah, okay, there you go. Perfect. Yeah. Thanks, Tom. Post Brandon's on it later. Guys, if you want to,
later on in my life,
if you want to see the Wave Break Festival, you have to go check all of the links in the description. You have to go give them a follow on all of it, and then it will unlock a secret page where then you could go and purchase tickets for this. But you have to go follow them. You have to go subscribe to their YouTube channel. You have to do all that stuff first. I'll make the rules. That's what has to be done. So
yeah, she makes the rules.
Yeah, Kelly makes the rules. So Kelly wants you to do it.
Help us book the Wiggles. That's
that would be a flex. I'd be about that. Let's make that happen, guys. Tag the Wiggles in this
dancers and background singers and get them in on our thing. That would be so great. They're different colored outfits. Come on.
Oh my god.
Background dancers.
Just listen, guys. I just need you to tag Wave Break, and I need you to tag the Wiggles, and then just say show ? I think it would be kind of lit,
Show tour.
Yeah.
Us on tour. They do a like around the country bit.
Weren't they on Warped Tour once?
Were they?
Were they? I don't know. I don't think so.
One of those like children bands was on Warped Tour once.
I'm gonna have to look this up, Tom. Yeah.
Something else like
I have some homework to do, so I'm gonna go check that out. But the next question I have for you guys is, if you were to have a dream collaboration on an up and coming wave break track, who would you love to have on? This question is split into two separate answers. The first answer is one that's more feasible if you like wink wink, nudge nudge, somebody you wanted to have on a track but haven't put them on blast. Now is the time. And then the second option is, of course, your dream option. Like, we're manifesting it. We're putting the positive juju out there.
So you're saying
It's two answers.
like feature.
Features, yes. Two features. One feasible, one manifestation.
God, like the feasible ones would have to be any of our friends and any of our like friend bands.
Oh yeah.
Poeta with Sales Ahead, American Stereo, just to have any of them on any of our tracks would be a blessing.
Yeah, I think we definitely want to do that at some point. Have someone jump on a song.
It's just like we know too many good musicians just in our own circle that to have any of them would just be a big thumbs up.
Yep.
I guess like a dream feature.
For me, it would have to be someone like Brian from the home team or Julian from Levelist, who are just really male vocalists.
Phenomenal singer.
Yeah.
I can't get that voice.
Would love to sing with someone like that.
Not for nothing. Funny that you said Brian. He's being featured on everything right now. So hilariously, it might not be as far-fetched as it seems.
Yeah, maybe.
He's doing that run with Issues right now.
Yeah,
True.
He is.
Dream feature.
What about a dream feature that would never happen in a million years?
Chris Cornell. He's dead.
Tom went there.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. Just
You know
up.
what would be fun and hilarious, since we don't have a lead guitarist, if we took John Petrucci.
Oh, wow.
That's actually kind of sick. I'd be kind of down for that.
12 over 8 our asses, and
Yeah, but then we just play 4/4 and everything works. Like his will eventually come back around if we play enough measures.
fair. Good point.
Math, basic math.
Listen, I only have a high school diploma.
Oh, you 2 + 2.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we only need to count to 4. 4.
John Petrucci's watching this and is just like, "Oh boy, I got some stuff to work with here."
Hilarious enough, I did go to Berklee College of Music.
Oh my god, I love that.
A TikTok we still haven't posted, so I need to post it later at some point. One we filmed a few weeks ago, but I forgot to post it.
And posting now.
mid interview, just posted now. I feel like it would be. I like Victoria's. I'm vibing with that. John Petrucci, listen, this is what we're going to do. You're going to go tag all the homies with Sales Ahead, American Stereo, Poeta. You're also going to tag John Petrucci. You're going to tag Brian from the home team. And then you type the word collab, ? Mega collab, ? And then you just post it on your Instagram story and just send it. Just full send. Nothing's going to be wrong with that. You'll get it.
That's brilliant. If we could have John Petrucci and everybody else.
Make sure you also tag Chris Cornell.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, that might be a little difficult. I'm not gonna. That would be a little hard, Tom. What are we gonna tag him with, huh? What are we gonna tag him on, Tom?
His social medias are still up.
Who's gonna be his fill-in? No, no one's gonna fill in for Chris Cornell.
We have AI now.
Oh my God, no, not AI Chris. I don't need. Listen, we do not need AI Chris Cornell. Okay, that's just not. No.
Just like
Listen.
Record that I do not support.
Listen, there's dumb shit. There's dumb shit I sign off on this channel. That is the one dumb shit I will not sign off on. I'm sorry. I couldn't bear to do it.
Okay, so forwards. We're gonna push forward.
Just tag all those bands and then type the word mega collab ? And then just full send it. I think you got it. We're it's like the mother bird pushing the baby out of the roost nest. We're doing it. So go. We're gonna see if Wave Break can fly. So let's do it.
I just thought of that just now. Mark Hoppus.
Is he replacing you?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Well, then I'm not gonna see you, Tom.
There can only be one bass player.
What do you mean?
I think it would be extra funny if Mark was playing bass and he was plugged in, and then directly behind him was Tom standing with his bass but not plugged in, and it's just like we're like, wait, we see Tom. Is Tom? Tom, is that you? And then he doesn't say anything.
I've seen bands that perform with two drummers at the exact same time playing the exact same thing. So if they're just playing the exact same thing on bass and it's not conflicting with each other, that's just an extra beefy bass line.
Or Tom's just here for the vibes.
That's true.
That too. Cool.
That would be the day when you guys find the brown note. So appreciate
bass
that.
harmonies, and you can give you one with 6.
Listen, I already did a 5-string to do stupid tunings with anyway.
What's another string, Tom? It's fine, You play guitar, so
it'll be more familiar.
I do play guitar.
Yeah, so there you go. I know the vibes. I got you. Anyway, next question, guys. What is your favorite TV show, favorite movie?
Favorite movie is Tommy Boy with Chris Farley.
All right, so you know how I can't stop listening to Sleep Token? I can't stop watching The Lord of the Rings.
Legendary.
That's great choice.
Yeah.
So I have a whole notes thing in my phone of all my favorite movies, because during the last EP release, someone asked me this and my brain completely went blank and I couldn't think of anything.
There we go. Let's go, Kelly. Let's go. Love to see it.
The TV shows, I'm not sure, but right now I'm rewatching Jessica Jones with my boyfriend, so that's a pretty good show.
Nice.
Clearly you need an additional list.
Oh, my favorite show ever probably is Breaking Bad, though.
That's a great choice.
Top movies. Number 1, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, let's go.
John Wick, Step Brothers, This Is the End, Tenacious D, Wayne's World,
nice,
Blues Brothers, Titanic, Men in Black, the original Jumanji from the 90s, Elf, It, Harold and Kumar, and The Hangover.
These all make so much sense to your person.
It's all mostly dude humor. That's literally what I like watching.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
Tommy Boy from movie, show, Lost.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh.
I followed that from when it started doing and
so good.
went through with it.
Holy shit. That's years.
Seasons.
Years.
You could say it was lost.
Yeah.
You watched it on TV.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's time. You don't do shows like that anymore. No. We finish them in a week.
That's the old school. The family gets together in the living room.
Turns on.
Turns on every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And the rerun was 9 p.m.
Oh, they did play them back to back. TV is such a foreign concept now.
It is.
Things on demand.
We're streaming now.
Yeah.
We're in their future.
It's my favorite thing is children They don't do this for talk on the phone anymore. They put their flat hand against their face.
Yeah.
It's a tablet-looking device, and there's not phones that you pick up like that anymore.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Wait. So they do this?
Yes. They do this.
Yep.
They do this.
No.
Yep.
No,
You're welcome.
I can't.
Yep.
As a almost 31-year-old, I'm hurt by this.
How do I know you're not just like touching your face like this? Like this.
Well, what
clearly
do phones look like now?
Like it doesn't make any sense. Like when someone does this, I'm not thinking like, oh, like
they're talking on the phone. Oh my god.
It's okay. Aging happens.
Yep. My girlfriend has 2 young niece and nephew.
They do this.
And they do the hands.
I'm so old.
Oh god. All right, Victoria, you wanna give me your answers before I turn into like a pile of dust?
Lord of the Rings for movies, TV shows. That's hard because I feel like I worked from home in COVID. I feel like I streamed everything.
Fair
so that's stream it to have something speaking to me is what TV is.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's white
I did
noise.
watch every season of Survivor in order.
What?
Hold on. We were so amazed about me watching Lost. We are season 50 what now in Survivor?
Right, to be fair, I stopped at like wherever the end is on streaming. It was like 30s. It was like 30 or 40
That's
something.
so crazy. Wait, 30 seasons?
For 2.5 years, I streamed.
I understand that. I'm rocking with you, Victoria. I just want to say that you watched 30 seasons of Survivor. 30 seasons. That's fucking crazy. I think Victoria broke both me and Tom. I think we're broken. 30 seasons is a lot of TV. That is fucking crazy.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't have to pay attention. It's the same thing over and over. Sit there and answer emails while it's just happening, and then I could be like, "Yeah, cool, Survivor."
I would just love to be like Victoria's coworker at her job, and then just randomly hear like Survivor playing in the background as she's like fucking like on the phone.
Come on.
Like, yeah, so Jeff's like, yeah, so we voted this guy off the island because, blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, voted someone off the island?
Yeah.
Crazy. I think, guys, if you want to give a suggestion to Victoria to watch a different show, you can let us know in the comments because she's going to watch another like 30 seasons of Survivor if you don't give us a good answer. So, do with that information as you will.
They're still if it's not broken.
It's very broken.
It is very broken. Yeah, gotta agree, Tom, on that one.
Next question.
And speaking about island, if you guys were trapped on a desert island for the next month and there was one album you could bring with you to listen to, what album would that be?
Bad Motorfinger.
Like that. Yeah. Right out the gate, Tom. Love it.
It's why I'm into music, so it has to come with me.
Probably Phantoms by Acceptance.
Ooh, that's a great choice, Kelly. Victoria? The soundtrack to Survivor. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, exactly. If I had to pick one record, it would probably be Senses Fail, Let It Unfold You, the first Burning Guy in the Mirror. Yeah, that's what I would choose.
Also great choice. Love to see it. All right, guys. Well, the last question I have for you is my personal favorite. I wrap up all of my interviews with this, but wanted to know, thank you for spending the time first and foremost. Love to have you. Go check out Wavebreak. All the links will be below. They'll tell you in just a second, so don't worry. Hold on to your pants. We're gonna be there. But I wanted to know why you guys are so passionate about music, because I think oftentimes, you know, a lot of people think of it from the perspective of like cool new music, all this sort of stuff. And I'm like one of those weird music nerd people that are like, I want to know why they do it. Like, why would you spend money, blood, sweat, tears to do this, and like put a lot of energy into it? Because like I put a lot of energy into doing this, so I'm always curious what fuels people's passion to continue to make music and why they do it.
I have probably the quickest and easiest response. The 9 to 5 sucks, and
Yep.
to do anything beyond that, and especially have it be something that could potentially resonate with other people, to have that possibility keeps me wanting to keep going with it.
For me, it's like a form of expression. Like even before I got into music, I was always into writing and like writing like poetry and short stories. Oh, it sucked, by the way, because I was like less than 9 years old.
That's
but like I've always been into writing. I've always been into like doing that kind of stuff because it's a form of expression. You can write about whatever's on your mind, whatever you want, and it's cathartic to write about things that are going on in your life and bothering you. And also going up on stage and playing shows, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a really good feeling to be up there in front of people and sharing what you've written with people and seeing an impact on everyone else, and it's just a good time.
Victoria?
Definitely the, community, emotional impact, connectivity with others, because that's the whole point. Like being up at Berkeley, there is a bunch, one of the biggest international music schools in the world. There were a bunch of times where I would be, on top of this, I'm an audio engineer. I would run sessions with people that, a bunch of us wouldn't speak the same language, but we could make a killer record because we all spoke that language. So there's that kind of beautiful thing to it. Plus the industry is just, you want to learn and you want to do stuff and you're always about solving problems. It is just a constant problem to solve.
Yeah, that's true. Someone who has been picking at the wall for like almost 8 years now. I respect you guys immensely for continuing on and doing it and sharing your passion with other people. So very, very cool. But tell the people where they can find Wave Break at. What you guys have coming up in the next couple months. Just fill people in. Tell them what's going on.
So first up, we've got our new single, Call Me Cynical, coming out on Wednesday next week on January 24th. So that'll be out everywhere then. So stay tuned for that. And then we've got a few shows coming up. One on January 26th in Atlantic City at Anchor Rock Club. Another one on February 4th at the Stone Pony. And another one on March 2nd in Merchantville, New Jersey at DIY Prom, which will be a lot of fun. So you can find all our ticket links and everything at wavebreakband.com/tour. And also you can find all of our social links on our website too, wavebreakband.com. And almost everything is at wavebreakband. Also, we're on every social media site. We're
X, Instagram, Twitter, X.
We call it Twitter.
Facebook, X, Twitter.
And TikTok and Threads and YouTube and Facebook, except Facebook is.
And we didn't say X.
We do not refer to it as X.
Oh God, yeah, it is Twitter.
X gonna give it to you.
Oh God. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Where's
gonna cut. Before Tom says more shit, I'm gonna cut this off. No, I'm kidding. Go check out Wave Break. They're an insanely great band that I've had the pleasure of seeing again multiple times, and I'm hoping they make it more out into the Pennsylvania area so I can see them live again coming soon. So I'm gonna bully them, not actually though, but like I'll politely ask them to come out to Pennsylvania. So please, if you do see them, come out and hang out. Would love to see you at a show. As well as that, I'll leave links in the description. Go find out about Wave Break. It's going to lead you to all of their stuff, clips, all that things, new music, things of that nature. So go check them out. Enjoy this interview. Share, like, and subscribe. It goes a long way. And huge thanks to Wave Break for coming on and chatting with me tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us.
We appreciate being here.
Yeah.